What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. I feel like I just was on here Sunday saying let's have a good start of the week, and it's already Friday. But I want to say happy Friday and wish you guys a great weekend. But before I go for the week, I wanted to talk about ankle sprains, and if you've had a sensation that your ankles feel weak, I want to talk a little bit about that and what I've actually been seeing in the clinic and what I work with my clients on helping them improve their ankle stability. And I worked on this several times throughout the week this week, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But if you guys are coming on, just go ahead and type live. And then if you're catching this on the replay, type replay. But even let me know what you guys are doing this weekend. I'm curious. So ankle sprains. Has anyone had an ankle sprain before? Have you ever sprained your ankle really bad where you have had difficulty walking or even got casted? Maybe it was a fracture. But this is something that's common. Sometimes our ankle tends to roll, and even as a result of the periods of immobility, our ankles start to get stiff, and later we end up seeing the consequences because of the immobility during the ankle sprain. Now it's now allowed the ankle not to move as well. So, hey Mavs, happy weekend to you. Thanks for jumping on. But I wanted to show what's going on at the ankle exactly. Thank you, love it. Thank you for the emojis, blowing it up. But this is a little skeleton model where I was gonna show you guys how the ankle's moving. So we also hear that pronation is bad, right? Pronation causes a lot of problems. And that's not always the case. Just like everything, too much is always a bad thing if it's too much. But if it's just right, then if it's too much, then it's a bad thing. If it's just right, then we're good. So pronation actually helps us to accommodate uneven surfaces. When we're running, when we're walking, if we step on an uneven surface of the grass, it allows us to accommodate our foot to these different surfaces. So pronation is good in that case, and we want that. Where I do see issues, so pronation would be technically when your foot turns in like this, right? The problem is when we sprain our ankles, our foot tends to be more out. So even you might feel like you're putting more weight on the outside of your foot. If you feel like you've put more weight on the outside of your foot, type me, I'm curious. But the reason why sometimes that we're like this, if our foot is like this already, it's easy to roll. And that's where we sprain the ligament that attaches right here. So it's not good because we sprain that ligament. In a lot of the case, what I do see is we're lacking actually hindfoot pronation, which is this joint here. So our foot is technically stuck in this position here, and we're not pronating, and we're not getting as much of a rotation here. And literally what I have to do is get into this joint here and stretch it. I could show you real quick what I do if I have someone on the table. Normally, this would be their foot here. I usually have to put their foot out a little bit here. So this is the joint here. I literally am right here, and I'm just stretching that capsule right here. So I'm opening up that space here to allow it to gap and stretch. So that way they could turn their foot out so they could pronate better. And what that does, better accommodates the uneven surface of the ground. Otherwise, if that joint doesn't want to come out, we're gonna just roll. And that's where we sprain right here. That ligament is common. I personally have had a bad ankle sprain to my left foot, and even I forgot which foot it is, but because I remember being in a boot a little bit because it was difficult to walk, and I was still able to drive at that time. So that's how I remember. If I was able to drive and it was in a boot, it had to be my left foot. So, but ankle sprains are super common, but sometimes it's not enough just to stretch. That's why we have to get into these joints here. Look at all these joints within our foot to better be able to accommodate these uneven surfaces, and pronate as well as supinate to be able to better push off our foot. So just want to share that with you guys. Let me know if you guys have had a bad ankle sprain, and has it given you trouble now after that ankle sprain? I'm just curious. So, but hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Thank you guys for coming on. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.